Hello everyone, welcome back to the lesson. Now today we are going to look at a question that I seem to get a lot, and this is for the formula VLOOKUP. Now you will see that we have VLOOKUP and we have HLOOKUP. Now for VLOOKUP, you will see over here, VLOOKUP is like vertical lookup. You are looking for your information downwards. You see like the V, it's pointing down. Now, when it comes to VLOOKUP, it is very important to remember that the lookup value must be on the left of the table. So when I'm going to look at this question, for example, I have here a surname, initials, then I've got course, and I want the code for this course. When I go and look at my table, I see there is my course. I've got duration, which I don't need, but it's part of the table. And then here I've got code. So what I want to do is I want to look up what is the code for law, what is the code for marketing, and so forth. So you can see over here, the value that I'm going to look for, it's on the most left-hand side. Then I have to also note which column do I want returned. Now when I look here, I see code and I see code. When I look at the table, I see this is the first column, second column, third column. So it means I want the third column's information returned. Now let's look at our formula. Over here, I've broken down the formula for you. We've got our arguments when looking at the formula. Now firstly is the lookup value. Now I can see, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my course, and here is the first lookup value I'll be looking for. Then I have to know what is my lookup range or table array, and this is over here, my table. You can highlight your headings or you don't have to. And then I need to know the number or the column index. That means what do I want returned? And I can see this is the first column, second column, so it means I want the third column returned. And then you have a fourth one, which a lot of people actually leaves out. Now when it comes to true and false, when it's true, it means that it can be a, doesn't need to be an exact match. When it's false, it means it must be an exact match. So you can either type in true or you can type in false. But I like, in the place of typing the word, for example, false, I like to rather put in a 0. But it depends which one you like. Now this is especially important to indicate if your table is not sorted. So I anyway like to include it because it's just a quick number 0. It takes only a second, and then I know I don't need to worry. So let's look. Over here, what I like to do is I like to type in my formula. So I start with my equal sign. I type in VL for VLOOKUP, and do you see VLOOKUP is now highlighted? So I just press tab and then it will insert my formula. Now they ask for me my lookup value. So remember, lookup value is my course. You see, I'm looking for law. So this is my lookup value. Then remember your separators. My computer uses a semicolon. Yours might be using a comma. Now if you look here, it will indicate for you as well which one you are using. Now your table array, we can start here from course and go down to code. I'm just going to leave it like this. You can see mine is saying details. Actually, I don't want it to say details yet. Let me highlight from mathematics downwards. Okay, so this is the lookup range or the table array. And I put a semicolon. Now it's asking me which column index number must it return. So I want the answer. When I press enter, the answer I want is inside of the third column. Do you see? This is my first, my second, my third column. So I will say 3. And then, because maybe you're not sure if it's sorted or not, I'm just going to say, you see, true is an approximate match. When I press 0, this will mean it's false. It means it will be an exact match. Now when I press enter, do you see what the computer does is it will search in a vertical way. Okay, it will search in a vertical way downwards, and it will look here at law. It returns then LLB. Now let's look if I copy my formula. Oh, and do you see we've got a problem? The second one is fine. The third one, why is it giving me a problem? When I look at LLB, do you see I started highlighting from B13 to D19? When I click on my next one, do you see what it does is it is moving down. So let me just double click on here. Do you see the selected area, the table array, it is moving down, and you don't want that. How can we fix it? So what we can do, let's just delete these ones. And I'm going to go back to my first formula. What do I want? I want these ones to stay. I don't want it to move down. So what you can do then is you can just press your F4 function to make an absolute cell. And when I press enter, the first one will be correct, but let's look at the next ones. Do you see now the next ones? They are working perfectly. Now another one, let's just check mathematics. Remember, it's searching down vertically. Mathematics, BSc. Let's check computer science. So if we check here, searching downwards, computer science, you can see MCA. Okay, so remember vertical VLOOKUP means it looks vertical, it looks downwards. Okay, now like I said, there's another way of doing it. I'm just going to delete these ones. We'll worry about the lines later. Another way is I can highlight my table array. I highlight it, and then I can assign a name to it. Now the name I've got here is details. Now remember, when we did this formula, we had to say equal VLOOKUP. We had to say the lookup value. Then we had to say the table array, and we had to say F4. Otherwise, it means the table will move downwards. But if we assign a table name to it, let's name it details. Okay, I just highlight it. I press enter. Okay, so what I can do, I just do the same thing again. I say equal sign VLOOKUP, my lookup value, law. Then I can now just type in the word detail. Do you see there's the word details? I can just press tab and it will insert that word details. Now I don't need to press F4 because it will select this table each time. Semicolon, the column or index number, the one that I want returned, first, second, third, so it means in the third. And then I want it to be an exact match. So you can choose exact, you can type in false, however you wish. I like to, you can see we'll only find the exact match. I like to say 0, close the bracket, press enter. When I double click now, you will see each time it's got the word details. Details. It means it will not move your table. It will stay there. I hope this makes sense, people. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll be back with your HLOOKUP. Until then, keep well. Bye.